a lie detector test because he's been accused, right?
Wait, no, stop.
Who
It was Nancy talking about Brett Kavanaugh in 2018. But you know, Sean,
she's got to wait. So then she's got to be at least holding Cuomo to the same standard, right?
Let's take a listen.
But you're not calling on him to resign right now?
I think we should see the results of...
They order this series now by calling us at 1-800-805-3030. That's 1-800-805-3030. Or you may go
to Golo.com. Once again, that's Golo.com.
Hi, I'm Jane King, and thank you for watching. This show is all about public, private, and blockchain companies. We bring you the innovators behind the companies making the headlines in that space. Some are sponsored, some are invited. All are curated and focused on telling you, the viewers, their story. Here we go. Haelixa is a people-first digital organization that seeks to humanize care by developing and deploying simplified solutions to complex global challenges. So with me to explain exactly what all that means is CEO Ian Parker. Welcome, Ian. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
A lot of changes since we spoke, including a name change for the company. So Haelixa is the new name. Can you kind of explain what's behind the name change?
Sure. So the name Haelixa is reflective of all of our healing technologies, health tech and fintech that are essential to our very diverse customer base. Last time we were on the show, we discussed our digital care ecosystem, which includes National Medical Group, one of the most scalable virtual care platforms on the marketplace, and the National Digital Pharmacy footprint. What we have yet to discuss and what we're going to discuss more today is the financial technology assets and how they fit hand in glove with the health tech assets. That's why we changed the name. It really kind of speaks to all of our healing technologies and not just a segment of them.
Okay. Because the old name was Carry Health, so that kind of implied just health, but this also includes financial, health, and all kinds of other things. So hence the name change. Okay. So is the digital healthcare ecosystem then still a part of this or still the same as what we discussed?
Yes. So the core care environment that we previously discussed has not changed at all. In fact, it's been enhanced by the fintech assets that we're building into the ecosystem. Over the last 12 months or so, we've built and compiled a complete care ecosystem, 50-state medical group, virtual care, digital pharmacy, and now we add on to that the virtual remote patient monitoring piece, and we also add on the fintech solutions. We're going to continuously improve that care environment into perpetuity. And the goal here, right, is to give not just episodic care, but to give the patient a complete continuum of care when they come into the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think we talked last time about how the financial part of healthcare is stressful. It's expensive and it's a lot of paperwork and, follow up, and it takes time. And so this encompasses all of that to kind of be more of a holistic approach.
That's right. That's right. And I mean, that's how you can really start to see how the health tech side and the fintech side start to marry up. A good example of that is a program that we're going to be launching here soon. So I'm happy to sort of disclose that today as to what we're planning to do here in the very near future. But if you take the e-wallet that we have, so the proprietary e-wallet, and you combine that into the care ecosystem that we have, what we can now do because of that, because we have the e-wallet, I can now go verify your identity. I can capture your personal information. And now I can go and search all available social programs and help you find the assistance that you need to get an overall care environment for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's an important point, is health care isn't just physical care. It encompasses a lot of different things.
That's right. And that's it's a very important point, and it's one that we focused on in terms of building out an entire care continuum. So as we discussed before, we want to go beyond episodic care. So if you look at, let's take an example. Somebody comes into our care ecosystem and they have a mental health issue. And that person, let's say, suffers from depression. And the root cause of that depression is, let's say they're worried about putting food on the table, or they're worried about housing, or they're worried about healthcare, or they're worried about affording their medication. In our healing environment, the provider can do more than just say, well, have you thought about looking for aid? Have you thought about going out into the market, into the internet, trying to find something that might help you? Now that same clinician can say, well, have you downloaded the social safety net program? Why don't you download the program? Let the program do the work for you. Let's go see what kind of help is out there for you. And now you can see how the fintech and the health tech marry up to create this overall healing environment for the patient.
Okay. I mean, very important and really not addressed enough, I think, in society is all that. So what's the next big thing then for Haelixa?
I think there's a couple of them. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot that's coming here, and I think people need to keep their eyes on our releases to stay up on them in the near future. But the two big ones, the remote patient monitoring is going to be super important. What the remote patient monitoring does, it allows us to expand the type of specialties we have on the platform. So we have a broader continuum of care. And it also allows us to expand the virtual therapies that we can prescribe through the digital pharmacy. That works directly through the phone, right? I think we spoke about this a little bit last time. These are super powerful devices nowadays. This camera on the phone, I can now use this camera on the phone by just having you look into the camera. I can now pick up your heart rate, your blood pressure, your oxygen rate, your cardiac workload, just to name a few. And I can report that instantly back to the clinician. So when you take a look at what that allows us to do and how it allows us to expand that digital environment, you're talking about a really robust care environment. And then we're also starting to link up voice activation devices. You've seen a lot of those proliferate through the marketplace. And as we link those to all of these other things that we have going, inside of the ecosystem, it really allows you to stay away from the high cost points of care, the hospital, the office, the doctor's office, and manage your condition digitally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I mean, it's amazing what technology has done for us. So, okay, so before we go, Ian, anything you want to add?
I guess the one thing I would add is that no one person can put this type of incredible offering together. It took an exceptional team of people to put this together, and they've worked tirelessly to do that. They've worked exhaustively to do that. I guess there's this old adage on Wall Street that don't bet on the horses, bet on the jockeys. And we've got the best jockeys here. So people should take notice, and now is the time to start looking at us.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Ian, for coming. And I'm sure we'll get updates as the year goes on what Haelixa is doing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Look forward to coming back.
Solar Integrated Roofing is an integrated solar and roofing installation company in Southern California and is fast growing as well. So with me, CEO David Massey, to bring us up to date on, I know you've had a couple of acquisitions lately, David. So bring me up to date on where you are with all of that since we last spoke.
You know, we actually just announced today that we closed the acquisition in South Carolina, Cornerstone Construction, which so far has been our biggest one. Hunter Ballo, who's the CEO of the company, he's a very well-known person in the industry. He's followed by a lot of people. So he's going to bring us in contact with a lot of new companies that talk to you about acquisitions.
Okay, great. So not only this acquisition, but perhaps some more introductions as you continue to grow. And I know the last time we talked, there was N8V, right? That was an acquisition. So bring me up to date on that and give the audience a little bit of background on N8V and what that does to bring value to the company.
As you know, Trent is a very hard worker from N8V. He's the president of N8V. He's done an excellent job. He's hiring a lot of new managers to get things going in California. He's working very hard to open up in Phoenix, and we're really, really looking at the Dallas area as well. So he's working on those three fronts. We're at the setup stages now, but we should be very active in, I would say, less than 30 days.
Okay. And then I also remember we had talked about an audit to become fully compliant with the SEC, perhaps an uplisting. What's going on there? That's
Becoming very current. The audit is, I thought it would be done today. It's either going to be today or tomorrow. And the Form 10 is ready. We anticipate filing the Form 10 early mid next week and then start the uplist process.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like solar is kind of all the stars are aligned. We've got support from a new White House. There's just a lot of consumer support for solar as well. I mean, what do you see for this industry going forward?
You know, just as you mentioned, the stars are aligned. I mean, the gas prices going up, cost of fuel is going up. With the weather that we're having and the blackouts and people can't keep their power on, storage is going to be very, very important. So we're definitely at the right place at the right time. And I think it's going to be good for the country as well.
Okay. And so tell me about that. You mentioned some of the expansions that you're doing. Do you foresee more of that? Will you be coming to New York State, for example?
You know, possibly. You know, we are talking with someone in New Jersey, so it's definitely a possibility. But we're very open-minded. Our key to we feel like to our success is the quality of the companies that we acquire. So we want the right fit, right culture, the right company to help us grow. That's a key for us.
All right. Thank you so much, CEO David Massey of Solar Integrated Roofing, and I look forward to more updates as you expand.
Thanks, Jane. Appreciate it.
NativeCoin is an Ethereum blockchain cryptocurrency designed to modernize the Native American casino. NativeCoin is unique within the cryptocurrency space because of its roots and Native American values. So with me to explain a little bit more and about a partnership, we've got Randy Williams, the president of NativeCoin, and also Crypto Wendy, crypto influencer, event host, swing trader, all-around person. So, Randy, let's start with you. Just remind us again about NativeCoin and give me the basic mission of the business.
Well, the basic mission is to create a currency that all of the tribes can use. We certainly want to see the markets of the tribes expand. And so, you know, this is a unique opportunity for them to be able to create currency and have their own currency, which will, of course, be an influencer when it comes to moving product and moving things around for them. And of course, you know, the casinos at some point will incorporate this, and we're real excited about that. So, you know, that's where we're at today.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, Wendy, tell me a little bit about, just give us a background who you are and what you do.
So I do a lot of different things in the space. I've got a YouTube channel. I do a lot of media, a lot of educational content. But my real mission in crypto is to kind of bring everybody together and kind of root for the underdogs. Because I grew up very poor. And what I also do in the space, if I see a project that kind of resonates with helping others, then I want to get involved. I want to help. And one of the great things about NativeCoin is that my daughter, she is Native American from her father's side, and it's important for me as a mother to, kind of teach my daughter about her culture and, some of the background. And if I can, have a partnership with NativeCoin and help them reach the target audience that they need to reach and get those people, excited about crypto, and then also talk to my daughter about, hey, this is what mommy's doing, this is why it's important, and kind of educate her about her ancestors and, some people from, her past that she may not know. My job as a mother is complete.
Yeah, well, that's great. There's a business and personal connection here, so that's great. So now, how did you find a partner with NativeCoin?
Well, we've talked a little bit on Twitter. Twitter is a great place for networking. If you are watching this and you're interested about crypto, regardless of what your background is, a great way to get started in crypto is just to get on Twitter, get on maybe even TikTok, some social media platforms, and just kind of start talking to different folks. And I guarantee you, if you come across Native Token and you send them a DM on Twitter or on Telegram, if you join their community, I'm sure you'll have someone from the team respond to you and answer some questions for you.
Now, Randy, tell me a little bit. I talked to some of the folks at NativeCoin a month or so ago. Any updates? I know there was talk about some more partnerships, listing on it. Just kind of give me an update of where you're at right now.
Well, we're real excited because there are some things that are happening. Of course, I can't share them all now because we haven't firmed them all up, but there are some very important aspects of the business that we're moving forward. One is the ATM machine. The ATM is going to be a crypto machine, of course, cryptocurrency. And so we hope to place that in all of the casinos and around the United States, actually. And so that's going to be a real exciting aspect of the business that we hope will move us forward into an era of cryptocurrency for tribes and for just about anybody who wants to participate. So, that's a real exciting part of the business model that we're creating now.
Mm-hmm. And I remember in talking in the past, this is a coin that can be used for customers as well, like tourists that are coming to the casino. They can use it. It will be used in the ecosystem as well. So it's got a lot of different uses.
Yeah, it's a multi-use token, of course, because let's just use tribes for an example. An artisan could sell their product in Germany and receive the payment in cryptocurrency, in a native coin. And so, that creates a whole new open market for the artisans, especially. There's so many applications that are going to be used by the cryptocurrency and by native coin that, it's just a beginning. It's blossoming.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting. And I think one of the most interesting uses of cryptocurrency that I've seen with all these interviews that I've done. So how can somebody find out more about NativeCoin? And then Wendy will come back to you with how they can follow you as well. So Randy first.
Well, they can of course go on nativecoin.com and find out more about the currency. And it's all about people like Wendy and you supporting the advance of the cryptocurrency, and that creates the advance of native coin, of course, because we're all tied to the cryptocurrency market. And so, it's very important for us to have people out there who are just sort of implementing and talking about cryptocurrency in particular in a native coin. Mm-hmm. Native coin is just sort of the starting point for the communities of the native community to begin, their cryptocurrency experience, and we're real hopeful and we're real excited about that happening.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and Wendy, how can somebody follow you on all the socials?
All of my social media handles are at Crypto Indio, my website, my YouTube, my TikTok, anything. But most importantly, if you are watching this and you're excited about cryptocurrency, reach out to Native Token, talk to them. Or if you are somebody who wants to support Native Americans or any natives anywhere, reach out to Native Token and talk to them, see how you can help. Because it sounds like from Randy saying there's a lot of folks that may be unbanked in certain places, and Native Token is helping to bridge that gap. And I think that is really, really important. And it's a really special initiative, and I'm excited to help them with their efforts.
Okay, thank you so much, Wendy and Randy, for joining us with the update, and I'm sure I will talk to you again soon.
Hey, thank you. Nice talking to you again.
Epillo Health Systems is a digital healthcare company that uses artificial intelligence, machine learning, and blockchain to help people live healthier lifestyles. So to tell us more about Epillo Health Systems is CEO Asif Shah. And we're also going to talk a little bit about your partnership with Dr. Singh and his company. So let's start with you, Mr. Shah. Just tell me about Epillo. Bring me up to date.
Thank you so much, Jim, for the question. Epillo Health Systems is a digital healthcare company based in Europe. We are aimed at transforming the medical technology landscape by incorporating the best of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and blockchain in digital healthcare applications. At Epillo Health Systems, we want to help everyone lead a healthier and safer lifestyle every day through products and services that connect, automate, disrupt, and bring innovation to the digital health landscape. We are working on products and features to empower people to be healthier with the information, assistance, and connections they need to act on their health. We are developing technology solutions and deep insights to enable care teams to deliver better, faster, and more connected care. And we are exploring the use of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and blockchain to assist critical care and wellness in predicting drug, food, and drug-drug interactions, thereby preventing adverse drug effects and increasing the efficiency of pills and much more technology around the pill.
Well, I know that's a really big deal, some of these interactions.
Yeah.
How do drug, food, and drug interactions decrease the efficiency of the treatment?
Yeah, so the foods that we consume, along with the drugs that we are prescribed to take for therapeutic benefits, the drugs that we take, they interact in many ways. Those interactions can be minor and can be as major as adverse drug events. So undesirable pharmacological effects in a consumer of prescription drugs are often triggered by the drug interactions either amongst themselves or with the food that the consumer intakes, thereby causing millions of unwanted interactions in home settings and unsupervised non-clinical settings. Now, a doctor may make you aware about a few of the interactions that happens with your drug internally or with the foods that you consume. The doctor is not a machine. There is a lot of literature and a lot of things that are going in your body when you co-administer a drug and a food constituent. Analogous to drug products, food is also a mixture of different chemical entities endowed with a determinable structure and specific reactive molecules. The food that we eat and the prescription drugs that we consume, they both interact inside your body, positive or negative. Interactions can be minor to notice or pay attention on day-to-day basis, dose-to-dose basis, or as major as resulting in adverse drug effects. Mm-hmm. An adverse drug event is an injury resulting from these medical interventions relating to this drug. These includes medication errors, adverse drug reactions, and allergic reactions, and overdoses, and thereby leading to inefficiency of the medicines that you're taking.
So what are digital therapeutics? And tell us more about Epillo's digital therapeutics and how it prevents that.
Yeah. So digital therapeutics are patient-facing software applications or devices or a combination of both that help patients treat, prevent, or manage a disease or symptom or a condition. Now, digital therapeutics can really support the patients in self-managing their symptoms or adding benefits to their current therapy, and thereby improving their quality of life and other clinical endpoints. Epillo's product and solution offering, named as Interx, is a digital therapeutic device that aids the population in preventing undesired drug-food interactions and drug-drug interactions in unsupervised home settings. Here, the primary therapy is the prescription plan that you're on. Our device can amplify the benefits of your prescription plan by helping you manage and avoid a lot of those drug and food interactions that are happening in day-to-day life. A mobile application is based on patent pending innovation in 153 countries around the world, named Systems and Methods for Blockchain-Based Digital Therapeutic Devices to predict drug-food constituent interactions. The user-facing application provides a real-time prediction of drug-food constituent interactions in the form of alerts, warnings, alarms, and visually simplified analytics through plain features like camera capture, menu scanner, and third-party application integrations and menu scanner.
Now, Dr. Singh, what are the patents about?
Thanks, Jane. Thanks for asking this question. This is really important, actually. So this is based on systems and methods for a blockchain-based digital therapeutic devices to predict drug-food interactions. And we have filed this patent in 227 countries through the European Patent Office, Epillo, and similarly we filed through the US Patent Office to the 153 countries. So. And innovative digital healthcare technology Interx-based on patent pending, which is, as I mentioned, the 153 countries worldwide. So this whole technology of what we are launching, the Interx, is based on the artificial intelligence computational molecular docking. And this model uses the present invention can autonomously explore multiple possible binding sites and modes and scope them according to the interactions, potential of the drugs, compounds, and food constituents with the target protein sites and detect the drug and food interaction type by predicting the most probable binding sites. So based on proprietary algorithms, a set of proprietary algorithm forming a flow of systems to create digital therapeutic devices, DTX, for our patients and doctors or clinical uses for that.
Mm-hmm. Now, how are the healthcare ecosystem and then just the population in general benefit from Epillo's innovation? See if you want to address that.
Yeah. The global digital health market size was estimated at around USD 114 billion in 2019 and is expected to reach USD 144 billion in 2020. And the industry is poised to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 27.2% from 2019 to 2025. 48% of population is using at least one prescription drug in the past 30 days. That's what the FDA data says. And the number is 48.6% in 27 countries of the European Union after Brexit.
And then finally, Dr. Singh, how is Epillo going to solve the existential security and safety concerns about healthcare data storage?
In the current scenarios, the healthcare organizations are facing the serious problems in sharing medical information among different stakeholders without sacrificing the privacy integrity of information to store and share a large volume of sensitive and personal identifiable information, but that's called PII, securely is an important issue, actually.
Well, very interesting to hear how technology can play a role in making healthcare more efficient and make people healthier. So thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Singh, and also Asif Shah for joining us today and explaining that.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
If you've had it with the old news,
And the same spin?
well then Spicer and Company's your place.